think I'm turning Scandinavian. Greetings and welcome back to another... seriously, they're called Scandinavian swimmers. You know what that insinuates, right? Yeah, exactly. I can only assume that these are trying to be like Swedish fish. So my son Geycen recommended these. So we drove all the way to Charlottesville, Virginia, which is about an hour and 20-minute drive for us to get there, just to get these so that I could do a review for them and they could eat some because they said they're really good. From what I understand, what's really good about these is the consistency. When you pull them, they don't stretch back. They don't, not stretch back. What's the opposite of stretch? I don't know. But if it unstretched itself, it goes back to its regular form. Kind of like a gummy bear. If you stretch out a gummy bear, it's just going to go back to a little gummy bear. If you take a Swedish fish, for example, and you stretch it, usually it stays a little bit out there. But my son seemed to think that it was different than this. So we're going to start off with the Scandinavian swimmers, not the sour ones. I love sour ones. Sour candy is my favorite candy, that and chocolate. I like everything. I love all that stuff. But you shouldn't eat it. And you know why?
Move the bag. They won't be able to see me.
You ready to make your appearance now?
I suppose.
Good. What are you going to tell the people this time?
Oh, now you've got me so riled up, I don't know what to say. Just go back to your stupid vodcast, and may you suck the eggs of dead goose for 1,000 years, you rotten son of a bitch. Burn in hell, vodcast!
Sugar, when are you going to learn? You can't be mean to people. That's not very nice to say to someone. Anywho, let's leave Sugar alone now. He's had enough screen time, so let's bust into these Scandinavian swimmers and see if they're any good. Let's give them a first smell. It's very fruity smelling right off the bat. I'll say that. It doesn't smell anything like Swedish fish. They may not be competing with the Swedish fish, but I don't know why they would have called them something else. Scandinavian swimmers is weird. Maybe it's an association and affiliation with Trader Joe's. Maybe Joe went to Scandinavia once and he found a gummy tree and he picked these off and he's like, oh. He grabbed some seeds. He's like, I got an idea, and came back to the United States. What did he do with that idea? He planted the gummy seeds in the tree. What did they do? They grew into trees, and the trees sprung forth with a bountiful, plentiful bouquet of gummy treats. You think that's the case? Probably not, but let's give them a whirl here. There's multiple flavors, multiple shapes. So the reds are lobsters. The blue are dolphins. I hope these are focused for you guys. This is the one that looks the most like a Swedish fish. It's an orange fish, though, instead of a red fish. We may just try all the flavors. So I think that's all of them. Are there any green ones? Did I miss anything? No. Okay. Where do we begin? With my least favorite, yellow. Here we go. Oh. Wait. These aren't stretchy at all. I guess a little bit. Oh. Uh-oh. Whew. Put those back in the bag before I get a little nuts. I don't like yellow. That yellow was good. That was real good. I'm going to try an orange one. Here we go. Swim it into my mouth. Ooh, yeah, get in there. I do like the consistency of these a lot. I get it, Geycen. I get it. There are a few things at Trader Joe's that I go for every time I'm there because you can't get them here because there's no Trader Joe's. These just made the list. Oh, shit. All right. Let's go blue. Blue. Blue, 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 blue. The thing that's neat about them, too, is, like, I'm going in expecting a flavor. And it is that flavor, but it's different than I've had it before. So thumbs up for that. Holy shit. And, of course, my favorite red down the hatch. Okay. Hang on. That may be trying to replicate the infamous lingonberry. There's something fascinating happening here. I got this size bag because it was the most financially economical. I like the minis better. Not a big fan of the regular Swedish fish. These are stretchy. This is what I would consider stretchy over those. However, lingonberry, if that's really the flavor that these are based on, is phenomenal. The plot thickens here. All right. At some point in Swedish Fish history, they did change the formula. The small ones still have the original flavor. Maybe it's just that I found older bags when I've been eating them. I haven't eaten them in years at this point. The consistency of the Scandinavian swimmers, like Scandinavian swimmers and Swedish Fish, I like it a lot better. They're just easier to eat. This is more of a chewy, which, I mean, that's not bad. The flavor, though, lingonberry is so good. It's just not as good as the little ones, but it's still a little bit better than this. However, this is a different leaning, I think, on lingonberry. Just like this was a different leaning on whatever it's supposed to be, blue raspberry, I'm assuming. You know, it didn't taste like Swedish Fish's version of those flavors. They've done different, you know, flavor combinations and tails and heads and all that and the others. So you can have tried all these flavor versions. I just didn't find a bag of them. So with that being said, these are phenomenal. These are unbelievable. If you find yourself at a Trader Joe's, do yourself a good service and get a bag of these, maybe 2, if you don't have one within an hour of your house. All right, let's move on to the sour ones before this takes all afternoon. Afternoon is still morning. All right, sour I prefer over gummy, even though it is a gummy. I don't know why. It's just, I love the tartness of sour. When I'm going to have something sour, I want it to hurt my mouth. I want it to punish me for eating it. I want it to call me a dirty little... Sorry, I almost used the B word, and I'm trying not to use that word anymore. Wait. There's a pink one, but there's no yellow. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and compare these to, like, Sour Patch Kids or anything, because they're clearly something different. They are, like, whatever Swedish Fish knockoff they are. They're, like, a sour covered version of that. I don't know why Swedish Fish themselves haven't tried that, because it sounds brilliant. You know what sounds like the greatest thing in the world to me? Chocolate-covered Swedish Fish. I realized I could make that a possibility. I have chocolate. I have a ton of chocolate. I now have Swedish Fish. I could go melt that chocolate, and I could put the Swedish Fish in there. I won't, though. That's effort and a lot. Oh, man, imagine trying to clean that pan. If you're not right on top of it, that shit's going to stick to the side. You're going to have to melt it off with the hot water. That's my favorite way to do dishes, by the way. All right, here we go. Let's do, well, we can't do the same pattern here. So we'll start with the orange because there's no yellow. You know what that means, right? That's hands down the best sour thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. It's so good. Holy shit. That with the combination of the orange inside of this, I think it's a tangerine. I prefer tangerine over orange anyway. Wow. Magic just happened here on the Vodkast, folks. You know what this is going to. Let's go with the pink. Pink is one of those things that is either done right or it's done wrong. I'm assuming grapefruit in this case, but it could be so many other things. It could be strawberry. Who knows? Let's take a bite of it and find out. I was trying to see if they had some kind of different acid that they put in that, because it's tartar. Well, I'd say it's on par with Sour Patch Kids, but the thing is not a lot of other things are on par with Sour Patch Kids. Like, I like that. I like even more sour, and I would say these are like, if Sour Patch Kids were like a 6 on the sour spectrum, I would say these are like a 6.25, maybe even a 6.5. They're a little bit more sour. Blue in my mouth now. Same old compromise. What does it upside down? I was wrong. That's the greatest sour thing I've ever put in my mouth. And if I got my wits about me here, I would have to say that this is going to outdo the blue, because it outdid the blue in the last round of gummies. So now I do believe it will do the same here. Let's find out. Unbelievable. Unbelievably good. They are both, obviously, in my book, a 10. They're unbelievable gummies. The consistency of the gummy, I love it. The sour coating on this, better than anything I've ever had. The tartness is just really good, mixed with the flavor of these, plus the addition of the pink one over here is unbelievable. Try them out. If you're into things like this, I think you'll dig them a lot. I dig them more than pretty much any other gummy or sour treat I've ever had in my entire life. These are write home about. Go ahead, write a letter right now. If you don't live at home. If you live at home, then I guess you could just text. Nowadays, it's not worth texting home about, I suppose. I don't know. However, we are not done here today. I have a surprise guest. Look who it is. Hey, I'm a Sinner Dragon. Yeah. We've been eating a lot of dragon-themed things lately. I wish I had known all this dragon stuff would have come into my possession, because I would have done a dragon-themed episode. That would have been fun, huh? I bet we could still do one. There's probably still a ton of dragon-flavored things. I don't know. These cinnamon gummies, I've never been a huge fan of them. Never been a giant fan of cinnamon candy. Fireballs, now, those were really good. I did enjoy those, but I want to smell these, see if you can smell them at all. These were very... Oh, I don't think I ever smelled these. Imagine if they were terrible, and I'm like, nope, now there are two. Not bad. Not as good as those, though. I think the sugary coating kind of, or the sour coating probably, malic acid coating, whatever the acid they're using kind of kills it. Yeah, oh yeah. It smells like an old barber shop. Not in a bad way, not like this, you shouldn't put that in your mouth. Like in a way that I want to try this, so I'm gonna. Here we go. Similar consistency, way more chewier. This is why I've never liked these. Cinnamon's not too bad, not too hot, not too spicy. It's got an okay flavor. A little mild. I would have liked to have more flavor in there. This is weird. I usually chew and then we talk about it afterwards, but I don't know. Kill two birds with one stone. What a terrible saying that is. I don't know. I suppose if you're into these, go for it. $3.49 Trader Joe's. I'd give them a 5. They don't have a unique flavor to me. They're a little spicy, which is really weird. Maybe if you like this, you'll like this better. I will say that, because I don't like these to begin with. Whereas these I already love in their truer form, their younger forms, their original form, before they evolved into this, the greatest form of all times. So that might play into this. So don't judge my review here based on the fact that I like these, because I don't. And in the not too distant future, we're going to be doing the Lay's Dorito Cool Ranch. I'm super excited about these. I missed these the first time around. They did 4 flavors and they just re-released all 4 flavors again. So I'm probably not going to do the other 2. These were the only other ones that I really wanted to try and I never got my hands on them. So we'll be doing these in the future. Well, let's put this Scandinavian to bed and call it a day. If you guys are loving the content I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hit the little bell icon because it'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit nuttier. Wah, 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 wah. Together, let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love and never let your inner child die. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, but they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodkast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. Take care, everybody.